Coffee, next to water, is the most widely consumed beverage in all of the US. On average, the US consumes about 400 million cups per day. The thing that makes coffee so great and addictive, however, is caffeine. Fittingly, caffeine is the most widely consumed psychoactive drug in the world and has been associated with coffee ever since the 15th century. Caffeine content in coffee is highly variable. On average, an 8-ounce cup of brewed coffee can contain anywhere between 95 to 200 milligrams of caffeine. With the increasing demand for larger-sized coffee drinks, though, an expected increase in the average caffeine consumption in the American population is to be expected as time goes on. Caffeine is a highly water-soluble monomer, meaning that it is a molecule that can be bonded to other identical molecules to form a polymer. It being water-soluble is helpful, because that means the body can utilize it effectively upon its ingestion. Caffeine, as it is found in coffee, belongs to a category of nitrogenous organic compounds of the alkaloid group. This stimulant is responsible for the jittery feeling that often keeps people coming back. The question inevitably arises, though, what are the long-term effects of this monomer compound found in coffee? In this 2013 study conducted by James O'Keefe, Solomon K. Bhatti, and Harshal R. Patel, the purpose was to examine the health effects of daily coffee use as a result of its biologically active constituents. The hypothesis being tested here is that because of the caffeine content found in coffee, long-term health risks may accompany everyday consumption. In order to conduct this study, data on coffee consumption from various cohort groups must be extensively collected and compared to reveal any trends that may be visible in the data. This was done by examining not just the effects of caffeine as a singular compound, but by looking at its role in coffee consumption as a whole. By doing this, the data collected can accurately measure coffee's impact as opposed to other methods of caffeine consumption, such as energy drinks, tea, and others. Because caffeine is a stimulant that directly impacts your heart, those who drink coffee have always shown to have higher rates of all-cause mortality. This, though, is misleading, because those who drink coffee on a habitual basis often smoke cigarettes on a habitual basis as well. When adjusted for this factor, it actually showed the exact opposite. According to these graphs, for both men and women alike, there was actually a decreased risk in all-cause mortality, as well as heart disease mortality, in those who drank coffee on a habitual basis when compared to those who abstained completely. It is to mention, however, that when consumed by people who do not normally drink it, coffee has been shown to cause noticeable increase in blood pressure, which can be a strong indicator for heart problems, including stroke. Although this sounds scary, there is definitely still hope. These raises in blood pressure, while noticeable, are not significant enough to cause any real long-term troubles as far as cardiovascular health. This is because consistent caffeine usage leads the body to building a chemical tolerance to its effects. This means that although a raise in blood pressure may occur in those who are not regular coffee drinkers, upon more interaction with coffee, a tolerance should build, leading to better and more stable regulation of caffeine. Coffee is also shown to have other health effects as well, the most interesting of which is a decrease in relative risk for clinical depression. According to this 2013 study, out of a group of 50,739 women, those ingesting at least 4 cups of coffee daily had lower relative rates of depression when compared to those who do not drink coffee. Although other factors are involved when talking about depression, caffeine is at least partially responsible because caffeine is known to release dopamine in the brain, resulting in feelings of euphoria. One downfall to the use of caffeine that can be addressed, however, is the inevitable symptoms that accompany the minor addiction that forms as a result of habitual use. Much like nicotine, these often include headaches, irritability, fatigue, depressed mood, anxiety, difficulty concentrating, and intense cravings for coffee. Based on the data examined within the study, moderate and habitual coffee consumption can gracefully mesh together with a balanced lifestyle. Found inside the study, the hypothesis that long-term coffee use is detrimental for humans shows to hold little evidence. In fact, those who consume coffee on a daily basis tend to reap far more benefit than the risks involved. Whether you take your coffee hot or iced, the most dangerous drinking game you can play is seeing how long you can go without it.